All right, man, we are back with another episode of the show, man. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. We are here for the national championship between Michigan and UConn. So far, it's been a pretty close game, back and forth. Nothing too crazy going on right now. Michigan did get away with a 10-second backcourt violation. Well, it was clear the nigga did not cross half court, and they still didn't call it. We know why though. We know why. At this rate, I hope this game goes down to the wire, especially since they want to start these games late as hell, fucking 8:50 on a Monday and shit. They could have done this at 8 p.m. Really could have did this shit at 8 p.m. But I don't know why 8:50 seems to be the better option in their mind. Anyway, UConn up 25-23 to Michigan right now. I took Michigan going into the tournament to win this whole thing. Let's see if they do it, because so far every team they've played has been nothing but belt to ass. Every single round. Their last loss was in the Big Ten tournament. After that, obviously, win after win after win, double digit. Every win was double digits. Similar to that 2023-2024 UConn team, where every single game they won in the tournament wasn't even close, wasn't even a contest. What's good, Mikey Lenz? He said, let's go UConn. I cannot root for UConn. I can't do it. I don't fuck with Danny Hurley, man. Fuck that dude. Cannot stand him. How they hook elbows? What's good, Dale Jones? Cactus Jack in the building. What's up with you, man? Who y'all got winning this game? Is it gonna be another UConn win? Because if they won 3 with Hurley, that's crazy. 2 of which was back to back, and then another one, that'd be insane. So they're gonna make this game competitive. They should. They'd be fools not to. This is a national championship game. In years past, we've had this game where it wasn't that competitive. A couple times, obviously, they made it close in situations where it had no business being the way that they were, whether it be North Carolina and Kansas, where it started as a blowout to end the first half. Second half, obviously, Kansas made a comeback to win the game. Last year went down to the wire, but this shit better be close. Heard Dan Hurley was doing witchcraft before games. It don't shock me. Was it one of those situations where he was saying, yeah, we got these mantras that we say before every game, or we have these superstitious things? Because that usually be like the typical way they talk about it. He'll burn a sage on the court. Pulling a Travis Scott. And you know what's crazy? They can get away with doing this shit too, for the simple fact that we know it's already out there that they do witchcraft and things like that. But usually it's more so the, I guess, convincing things are said, not so much shown. So when you see, say, Travis Scott burning sage in WWE, what was that? Not WrestleMania, Elimination Chamber. They wouldn't think nothing of it. Or most people wouldn't. Same with this shit. Even though we know better. Now, tied 25 all, 3 minutes left in the first half. Jeez, that yellow was something else. Oh, yeah. Lindenborg got 4 points, 1 of 4 field goals. Let's hope he doesn't have a game like Booker did for Texas, because that shit was horrible. And I tried to give women's basketball a chance. In the couple years past that I've been watching around the Final Four, the games were good. This year, I can't say the same shit. That shit was horrible. Horrific. I watched one of the Elite Eight games. I saw about 20 turnovers. Good move. 20 turnovers within the first half off just horrible passes. I was like, what the fuck? This wasn't like a men's game where they got like sloppy passes and shit. No, this was worse. These were like easy fucking passes to people that could have been open, and they missing. It was horrible. Fucking horrible. Then you watch Texas play UCLA. Fucking atrocious. It's a wonder they made that game close because it really shouldn't have been close. The fact that they even had a comeback and then UCLA took the lead for Texas to come back. No, shouldn't have happened. Should not have fucking happened. Even at the end when they had that late layup that was should have been a gimme. And they got that shit blocked. And of course the national championship wasn't close either. That game was over by halftime. So after yesterday, can't nobody come at me talking about women's basketball is good and not. Fuck that. That shit trash. That shit is trash. Officially trash. College and pro trash. Men's tournament didn't have that fucking problem. They didn't have this issue with the Final Four games, things like that being just ridiculously bad. These were close. One of the games was close, I should say. The other one, Michigan, they handled business against Arizona. One of the games was close. But there's no reason for that to be like that, especially for, say, women's basketball. If that's the agenda they want to push, that they got better, they didn't do a good job of that shit this year, regardless of who won. And the worst part was every team in the Final Four had at least 30 wins. That's what makes it even worse. But after this tournament, man, it's looking forward to the NBA since that shit is heating up. College tournament's been good so far. Let's hope the NBA is just as good. Obviously, it doesn't have the same mystique behind it because it's a series, and Adam Silver has done so much shit to fuck it up that it's not even funny. So far, the NCAA is yet to truly fuck up the men's tournament. I was iffy about the first 4 games, but it's all right. I don't have too much of an issue with it. That's fine. If that's the only thing you want to add, fine, go ahead. As long as they don't start doing stupid shit like I know they mentioned adding like 80 teams or some shit. Or no, it was like 90 teams into the tournament instead of 60. Excuse me, what, 68 teams? Like, what the fuck? That would really ruin it because now you adding all these NIT teams in there and shit. And a bunch of added teams that we don't give a fuck about that are probably going to get eliminated anyway just to get to the same end result with, say, the Blue Bloods in the Final Four or something like that. And if they ever do, that would be the nail in the coffin. You add 90 teams to the tournament. 29-25 Michigan over UConn. 2:24 left. Deep pass into the backcourt. Both 9 of 26 from the field. Relatively low scoring game. Magnetic 3. Cut it to 1. Michigan up 29-28. Something tells me that shit gonna come into play late. For sure. Okay, this white dude has been killing it for Michigan in the paint in this game. Killing with post moves, man. Fucking post moves. Sometimes I forgot what that looked like. Michigan is yet to make a 3, 0 for 8 so far. Oh, that was a horrible shot. Horrible fucking shot. The one thing I noticed about Lindenborg, I want to call him Luxembourg so bad, but Lindenborg is the fact they playing off this whole injury shit from his last game in the Final Four against Arizona. He's had a slow start today. If they play this shit throughout the whole game, Michigan might be cooked. But I expect he gonna turn it on in the second half. 'Cause if there's one championship that is a tale of two halves in basketball, it's the NCAA. It was specifically the Natty. That was a good dunk too, number 33, but specifically the Natty. So you want Michigan to win, but wouldn't be shocked if UConn wins. My thing is, if they do this, what's the end game, just to make them the new dynasty, to take over where, say, a Duke was or whoever? I don't see it. I don't. Mm. I'm a little surprised they ain't called that one for that putback. A little surprised. What's good, Hang Hand? What up with you, man? Said Magnus on the second half, especially those last few minutes of the game. Usually when you need a three to keep it within, say, 1 to 2 possessions, you're going to see that shit come into play. Kind of like how we saw with the Warriors and the Rockets last night. There was enough for Steph Curry to come in there and make the game close, really take the lead. Obviously, that was short-lived for the Rockets and them regaining the lead. But doing something like that where it has you on the edge of your seat, because they love doing that script in basketball. It don't matter if it's college or pro. Lindy got 5 now. 5 points, 2 fouls. 2.6 seconds left before halftime. Yeah, that was suffocating defense. Ain't no way he was going to get that shot off. 33-29 Michigan at the half. Interesting score there. 33 goddamn points. I thought he traveled for a second too. He didn't though, but what the fuck? It looked like a bad 2K glitch. Or like he fucked up on the controller. Ain't no way. Hold on. They showed he had 4 points before he made the free throw. Lindenberg. He made the free throw, should have given 5 points, and they still show him 4 as his score. That don't make no sense. They manipulating shit like they did with Giannis whenever they won that championship. And they bumped his ass up from 49 points to 50. Just to say he had 50. But we'll see, man. You know, the main storyline been his injury. So we'll see if that factors into the second half of the game. It probably will. Most likely will. But yeah, time will tell, man. Give it like 10 minutes before they back in the second half. Other than that, college basketball, you know, is wrapping up. NBA on the horizon. They got about a week and some change left. I'm curious who y'all got winning the finals or just going. Because you know there's obviously going to be fake injuries and shit throughout the playoffs. And it always happens to be key players right when shit seems to get good within a series. And this has been an issue for a few years now, especially since load management became a normalized thing. Right now, I got San Antonio as that team that, hey, they can make some noise. They can make it to the finals. Out the East, a little bit more up in the air. Obviously, you got Boston out there. They could go back, fuck around and lose. I don't see it being Cleveland. I don't trust them. I don't trust two specific players they have on that team because they are known for always coming up short. Obviously, that's James Harden, Donovan Mitchell. Do not see it happening. West, Lakers, no. Just no. I know people still might be on the train that LeBron gonna go out and win a ring at the end of his career. No. No, his last one was that bullshit bubble. That's it. They ain't gonna see another one until LeBron is gone and Luka is officially, well, I guess he is the main guy, but like really the main guy, and there is no clutch sports around and all that other bullshit. Clippers, you can forget about it. New arena or not, you can forget about it. You second class citizen in LA. OKC, I don't think they're going back to back. Been saying since when we got drafted Spurs the next dynasty. I mean, it made sense too, because you realize the time that they ended up drafting him, they made sure Pop was still there. So he could still learn from him as a rookie. I believe he was there 2 years. Yeah, 2 years before Pop left. Obviously had Chris Paul around there, a veteran he can learn from too as a point guard. So yeah, they knew what they was doing with that one. They knew exactly what they were doing. They didn't try to rush it. They didn't turn this into a win now situation as soon as he got there. No, they had to put the pieces together, which you see the progress that's going on. They're making the playoffs this year. They didn't do that the last 2 seasons. And it's clear he gonna get a ring eventually, even if it ain't this year. That's a no-brainer. So you know with the Lakers. Yeah, they cooked. They are cooked. Spurs versus Boston or the Cavs. You don't trust the NBA. I don't trust the Cavs to make it through that many series. Especially considering one of them might have a game 7 and James Harden ain't gonna show up because he never shows up for game 7s. The one team out the East I'm really curious about, just to see how they perform, they not gonna make it to the finals or anything. The Atlanta Hawks, because they've been red hot since the All-Star break with 17-3. Unless that changed after tonight. I don't know what the score was when they played the Knicks, but 17-3 since the All-Star break. The trade by getting rid of Trae Young seemed crazy as fuck. I was like, what the fuck? They knew what they was doing. They got Kuminga, McCollum. They straight. They've been winning. That's the team I'm curious how they stack up, because right now they would be playing the Cleveland Cavaliers, because Hawks 5 seed, Cavs 4. You have the Sixers at 6, Knicks at 3. They be playing. That's usually a good series. Probably go to 6 at least. 1 seed Detroit, 2 seed being Boston. Playing, you have, instead of the Hawks, you got the Hornets and Raptors and the Magic and Heat. And mind you, all the teams below 10 in the East and West, they already all of them eliminated. East and West, they eliminated. So Golden State, they guaranteed to play in. And of course, Steph Curry got back. They be playing the Blazers as of right now. Suns, they be playing the Clippers as of right now. You'd have the Lakers playing the T-Wolves. That'd be an entertaining series. Nuggets versus the Rockets. I'd expect Denver on that one. OKC 1 seed, 2 seed Spurs. I think the Pistons got a chance to go on a deep playoff run. They could. My only issue is what's up with the Cade Cunningham shit. Like that's my biggest pause about them. What's gonna happen about that? Because obviously they've been winning this shit, but like what's going on there? And if you think about it, Detroit Lions, they made a deep playoff run a couple years ago. Obviously didn't get over the hump. You would think Detroit could be the Pistons, that is, could be the next team that does the same thing, even if it doesn't bring a championship. So I am curious to see what they do. Houston, I already know they got Kevin Durant. That's all I gotta say. You know how that shit goes. Minnesota. Minnesota might have reached their ceiling. They might have. I still think at some point Ant-Man gonna get that ring. But Minnesota, they seem like they fall into that Utah Jazz with Donovan Mitchell situation where even if they do good in the regular season, they get capped off right here, just like right short of the finish line. That's where it seems they are right now. Suns, it sucks they lost Dylan Brooks. Clippers, Kawhi Leonard gonna have to play. That's simple. Trailblazers, that's the one I'm like, they have a winning record. That's crazy as hell. I really haven't been watching the Trailblazers like that this year. Warriors, we know they got Steph back. That's gonna make shit entertaining and interesting for the West, especially when you losing stars like Luka to injuries or whatever. You need other stars to replace them to keep that hype up for the playoffs. Denver, I know what to expect from the Nuggets. I want to see a Lakers Nuggets series just so I can see the Nuggets beat the shit out the Lakers like usual. If you don't think Ant-Man gonna get a ring in Minnesota, he might have to leave. If it was a David Stern NBA, I would agree with that. But in this NBA where Adam Silver's helmet on giving championships to like smaller market teams, I wouldn't necessarily write him off. That clock is ticking though. So that's my biggest thing about T-Wolves. Knicks, we know they ain't gonna do shit. Sixers, they gonna be cooked regardless. I mean, look who they got. They main stars. Look who they got. More specifically, one that big Cameroonian motherfucker. And then Paul George back, but you know how he go in the playoffs. Or he might fuck around and miss some games because he don't like playing basketball anymore. Orlando, we looking at a fall from grace. Because just a few years ago, we was talking high about Orlando. They ain't doing shit now. Playing, of course, but that's not the real playoffs. The Heat, okay, I hope they lose. I really, because Bam Adebayo been moving different. If there's one team I want to lose more than any other team besides the Lakers, and it's because of one fuck nigga on their team, it's the Miami Heat. I hope they don't make the playoffs solely because of that Bam Adebayo shit. Because that man has been talking crazy ever since that game. Like every interview he's been in, every post-game press conference, they ask this nigga questions. Somehow he will find a way to interject that I dropped 80 in that motherfucker. I'm like, dude, you have 43 free throws. Nobody respects this 80-point game. He easily became the most hated basketball player in the NBA. Fuck what they say about Jaden Ivey. There's some other ones you could hate more, but as of right now, Bam Adebayo is easily the most hateable player in the NBA right now. I hope they miss the playoffs just so they can't interview this nigga no more after a game. Just so when he wants to brag about them 80 points, it's going to be followed by, but y'all missed the playoffs. So let's see who they playing. Who would they have playing right now? The Magic. If the Magic got to play him, I hope they beat the shit out of him. And I hope Bam gets 2 points. Actually, no, fuck that. 1 point. I hope he scores 1 point the entire game and goes 2. You can't go 2. You got to go 0 for something. 0 for 43. I hope he shoots 43 shots, misses every last one of them. And the only reason he got that 1 point was a free throw where he missed the second one. That's probably not going to happen, but I hope it does. Another team that was trying to, they eliminated now, but they was on paper, they looked like they were doing the right thing. Wizards. On paper, they seemed like they was putting something together for the future. Will that happen? I don't know. It's hard to be optimistic about the Wizards. Pacers. Halliburton wasn't playing. That shit should be different next year. The Nets, they just fucking suck. It's the Nets. The Bulls, you deserve to be where you at. The Bucks, Giannis don't want to be there no more. It's been like that for a few years now. It ain't nothing new. It's just a matter of, are the Bucks gonna pull the trigger? Because they seem to not want to do it. They seem like they won't. Even when every single time there's talks that he could get traded here, he could get traded there, and they don't seem to do it. So it's probably gonna be another offseason where we hear about this shit of, is Giannis gonna stay or is he gonna leave? Because he does this shit damn near like how Brett Favre would do with fucking retiring. And the shit Aaron Rodgers doing now with, is he gonna retire? Is he gonna come back? All this shit. In the West, you got the Jazz eliminated. We knew that was gonna happen. The Kings, they got a bunch of OGs on their team, OGs and unks, and this shit is horrible. 21-58. You got Zach LaVine, DeRozan, Sabonis by default, but he ain't on the older side of these other players on there. Russell goddamn Westbrook, Malik Monk, bro. Like, that ain't gonna win you shit. I didn't even know McDermott was still in the league. That ain't gonna win you shit. Not in this day and age. Maybe 5 years ago on 2K, sure. You might be cooking with that, but not now. Dallas, they found their future in Cooper Flag. He went crazy yesterday. Memphis, they've been in the news for nothing positive, for the fact that LeBron said what he said about the city. He ain't the only player who said anything like that. Kevin Durant said shit. Anthony Edwards. The list goes on. If it wasn't for the specific city they keep trying to push, and this don't include just the athletes, but say Stephen A. Smith and all that, it'd be like, all right, I can probably see where you're coming from. But you keep saying Nashville, whether it be TV hosts, whether it be players, it's like, feels like an agenda that y'all want these motherfuckers to move to Nashville. Since you see where the money is, how fast of a city it's grown and became and all this shit. It's a mainstream southern city. It's the white Atlanta now and all that shit. I see what you're doing. You're not slick though, but I see what you're doing. And honestly, that would backfire so bad. Nashville is not a basketball city like that. They rallied around the Preds, a hockey team, vastly different in a lot of ways I shouldn't have to explain, than a basketball team. Hell, than the Memphis Grizzlies, vastly different. Different fan base, different aesthetic, different vibe. Worded like that. They need to keep them where they are. That's really what they need to do. And if they really wanted to move a basketball team somewhere, shit, send them to Louisville. If you want to keep it in the South, Louisville. Obviously, they got the Louisville Cardinals basketball team. A lot of history there. Kentucky fucks with basketball, whether it be Lexington. Louisville, you get people coming from Lexington to go to Louisville to watch the game if it was NBA. That's what the fuck they should do. The Hawks dark horse in the East, man. Don't get my hopes up like that. I don't trust no Atlanta team that damn much to make it that far. You know, it's usually ECF. Every so many years, the Hawks will make it to the ECF and fall short. It don't matter if it's a team with Jeff Teague, Kyle Korver, Al Horford, DeMar Carroll, and Schroeder on that team. It don't matter if it's a team with Trae Young, where he was making the Knicks his bitch, and Ben Simmons essentially ended his career in that series when that nigga passed up on that easy dunk that he could have just dunked on Trae Young. One of these teams gonna fuck around, you know. Hawks teams can make it there, but they gonna fall short. And you say, who's that? T-Wolves. Yeah, you said dark horse in the West. Like I'm saying, I like Ant-Man. I do. It'd be cool to see him, make a little run, go to the finals and shit. I think it's for that tall Frenchman who I like in the championship tonight, Michigan. Ever since Moran said I'm fine in the West, Grizzlies ain't done shit. His career ain't done shit since he said that either. Like he was on this trajectory, and then that shit just hit a ceiling quick as fuck, and he ain't recovered since. Did they put a hockey team in Nashville? What says on exactly hockey and soccer? Shit, niggas don't really give a fuck about. And then on top of that, I ain't forget Nashville. They got a NASCAR race, even though it's in Lebanon, which ain't really Nashville, but that's where the track is. NASCAR obviously is predominantly white. You got IndyCar, that ain't something that black people are known to watch and shit for the street court. Yeah, you see all the activities they put in Nashville. Ain't none of that shit welcoming to people like us. What's good, Baker fam? What's up with you? That they gonna get the Lakers to the finals. They're gonna script a 41-year-old winning a series by himself. Then Luke and Reeves carried them to the finals. Thunder Hunters from losing. The Lakers ain't doing shit with no old ass LeBron, bro. Them days are gone. They didn't gave him. Let me put it like this: he didn't got all the shit team wise he could get, rings and all. He got that. Then they gave him all the player accolades. He didn't got all the shit he could get. He didn't got 20-some All-Star nominations, All-NBA, all this shit. They to the point they giving this nigga records, just player records and shit, just random shit now. Because the top one was obviously the most points scored in NBA history, which he did some years ago. Now it's just we just giving you just random shit. That's where he's at with this. He know he ain't winning no more goddamn rings. He also knows whenever he retires, shit gonna hit the fan for his ass. The any Atlanta team outside the Braves is cooked. I don't know about their soccer team, because I heard their soccer team was good. I don't know if they still good or not. I don't even trust the Braves now. I look at their shit as a one-off when they won that recent one, because they had a new stadium. To Michigan, 33 games over 500. 33 points. UConn, 29 games over 500. Nice. Oh, Mara, yeah, the white dude been killing it. Killing these with fundamentals, man. You know that shit the NBA ignores? Fundamentals. You see them niggas traveling, taking 7 steps. Referees don't say shit. You got it to the point announcers are calling it out and they still don't call it. Maybe we'll see one last LeBron Curry series before they lose in the next round. If they don't meet this year, before one or the other retires first, or if they retire at the same time, because I wouldn't write that off. That wouldn't happen. They were both born in Akron, same hospital, all that shit. They tied at the hip. They met in the finals, God knows how many times, and in the playoffs. We gonna get one more. It's like how we got one last John Cena Randy Orton match before Cena kicked it back in was that December? To the bum hating on Memphis won't have the FedEx Forum be half of this jersey on here bumming to sell out. Yeah, people was talking about who he was around when he said all this shit too. Obviously, it was a bunch of rich white dudes. They were golfing and shit like that. That's definitely not a good look. Not a good look. The only thing I will say to counter that is the other players, whether it be Ant-Man or KD, I don't recall them being around a bunch of white dudes golfing when they said what they said. They was around black people saying that shit. So I've never, been to a hotel in Memphis and shit like that in years. So I can't say. But it do feel like an agenda to move that motherfucker to Nashville. And if Memphis really is that bad for the players, I can only go off their word on that one. As a Laker fan, we finna drop from the 3 to the 5 so KD can play in the first round and lose 5 games to the Nuggets. You already got the script. Okay. The way you come to Michigan practice, you knew it'd be them till you bet money in the stadium. I forgot you be up close to that shit. I'm still not a fan of this elevated court shit. And I get it, more seats, more money. But I still think that part is dumb. Because this wasn't always a thing, the elevated court, whenever they were playing in these football arenas and football stadiums. Foul to stop an easy dunk for a fast break bucket. Exactly. So LeBron been rich since 18, gives no fucks about niggas. I was just telling my friend about this the other day because we were talking about this Memphis shit he said. And it's like he ain't been around them niggas, you know. He ain't been around like that for real. For a long time. Bronny wears 9, LeBron was 23, Jordan wore 9 when he played for USA. Kind of weird to you? I mean, Bronny's still ass, so it really don't matter what number he wears. Yeah, that whole sequence was horrible. That UConn Duke sequence, that shit was horrible. On Duke's end, but I'm glad because fuck Duke. I hope they do more dumbass shit in the tournament next year. Let them do some same stupid shit. Actually, you know what? Hold the ball for 5 seconds so you get a 5-second inbound violation and lose that way. Fuck Duke. Yeah, Kevin Ware. That's the first time I ever seen something that gruesome live on TV. That shit was hanging off the bone, bro. That shit was horrible. That shit was terrible. And yeah, that's why I don't like it. Too many injuries can happen. And on top of that, say you die for a loose ball or something like that, you fuck around and land on the bench because they sitting down and shit, and one of the players sitting down will get hurt because your heavy ass and landed on them and shit because you done dove too far, or you land on, say, one of the fans or something sitting up close. It's just stupid as shit. It's not as bad as the LED court and shit they were doing where you can use the iPad and change it and shit. That's one of those, if you rich and have a mansion, that would be cool. But for a tournament, whether it's conference or NCAA, that's just stupid and pointless. I know the NBA did it in the All-Star game one time, and that was really about it. I hope that never makes a comeback ever again. You laughing at the Duke UConn game? It was pure comedy. It's the fact they had a big lead too. That's what can make it even better. They had a big lead when it happened. I just realized the depth perception got to be something else too on these elevated courts. Because number one, you already besides playing in like a smaller basketball arena size, you playing in a fucking football stadium. The seats and everything gonna look so fucking far back, and it's gonna be, I don't want to say massive, but like it's more seats than you used to seeing in like a typical gym. That shit had to fuck with them at first. $35-31 Michigan over UConn, 17:40 left. That flop. Come on, bro. Come on. 21 can't be flopping like that. He looked like he was about to drown. The UConn Duke game was the most scripted. I don't know that UNC VCU game because that shit went to overtime. Anytime I see a game that goes out of its way to going to overtime like that off a blown lead, I'm looking at you sideways. Because it's like, you ain't got to take it that far. You could have made this a last second regulation bucket, free throw, whatever. But you want to take this shit into overtime. I'm looking at you sideways. Exactly. Depth perception, openness. But yeah, I'm looking at you sideways though, man. You fuck around and take the shit into overtime after blowing a major double digit lead. Like, come on. It's like in the NFL when they do that shit. It'll be a game that's say 21-3 at halftime. Get to the damn end of the fourth quarter. It's what, 28? You can still get 28 out of that. 28 all, somehow end up in the overtime, and it's the last minute down to the last second of overtime before it's almost a tie. Like that shit. Iowa, Florida up there. To UConn, Michigan State. So if college basketball is real, then Duke would have won that game versus UConn. Yeah. Duke then had a lot of big name players in recent years that have made it to the league, became stars, did not win a championship. Because their last championship team was that team with Justice Winslow. Light skinned dude like J. Cole. Fuck is his name? Played for the Warriors. I cannot. Cook. Yeah, Cook. Cook was on that team. Jaleel Okafor, that squad. They ain't done winning natties. It's just that they in that same position as North Carolina. They gonna make the tournament. Obviously, Duke has had a little bit more success in the tournament as of late compared to UNC. Obviously, besides the national championship loss to Kansas a couple years ago. But they in that little downturn. Was like, it ain't your time right now. And besides, Duke is one of them teams they using as betting bait for the last few years because they gonna have one of the best recruiting classes every year. They gonna get all their players in, all they star players in commercials and shit. You can see they going top 10, top 5 in the draft, whether it be Cooper Flag, Zion. It don't matter. They putting these niggas in the league. They becoming stars. And people gonna take them in the tournament. Each year they have these players anyway. Like this year they had the Boozer brothers. Obviously they fell short. So right now they betting bait. It's like if you took the Kansas City Chiefs a couple years ago, but instead of them making it to the Super Bowl, they would whoop ass in the regular season and start losing in the second round. Basically doing what the Ravens or Bills would do. That's where they at right now. Couldn't get the putback going. 38-31, Michigan. Speaking of turnovers, 13 total turnovers in this game in the second half. Compared to that women's game where it was fucking 20 before halftime. Yeah. I think the Jaden Ivey news already came first, but I mean, you know what the priority gonna be. Let's see. The dude that talked about Max, the dude that talked about gay people. Which one the league gonna react at first? Which one gonna be more scrutinized? It's always gonna be when you talk bad about gay people. At least in this day and age. They could have had a whole basketball get stuck on the back of the rim. They could have had some shit go viral. Had there been any player saying some bad shit about gay people, they would have found some shit, an old tweet from 5-10 years ago when they was in middle school, and talk about that and bring that up just to cover it up. Yeah, Ty Jones was on that team. So like that, damn near that whole squad went to the league. Obviously, Justice Winslow, he was with the Heat for a little bit. I think he played for the Grizz for a little minute. Ain't in the league no more. I think he podcast. Jaleel Okafor, that's the one they was like, we don't think he gonna work out. Like teams was stupid enough to take him high. I.e., was that the Nets took him? Or was it the Sixers? I forgot who. It was in the trust the process years. But anyway, it was like the game had changed and his style was obsolete at that point in time. Had he have came into the league now, he probably would have had a little bit more success because you can get away with being a big man now. Maybe not Shaquille O'Neal levels, but you can get away with it. Say Zion is a bust. Compared to the projection, you could definitely make that argument. Like Zion's one of them weird ones where when he locked in, he really can hoop. And we see it still when he's like really locked in. But the issue is how long is this gonna last before he gets hurt? There's weight issues. Some fucking IG thought gets involved. And it's always a what if. Like Zion in wrestling terms, Zion Wilson is like Jeff Hardy, where it's like he good at what he does when he's locked in. But for Zion, it's the food and the hoes. Jeff Hardy was drugs. Which one are we gonna get? That's basically where we at with Zion. We don't know what the fuck we gonna get. This ain't like Ben Simmons where you know this nigga ain't gonna play. It's gonna be some bullshit excuse. Zion is like, I don't know. It's damn near like, ironically, the dude he replaced, Anthony Davis, same shit where it was you don't know, which Anthony Davis wasn't necessarily a bust at all though, but you don't know is the nigga gonna be healthy or not? Is he gonna play? You know, it wasn't weight issues, but similar situation. It's funny, it's the Pelicans. If it's Lakers versus Rockets round one, who I got? That's tough, man. I would lean more so because KD has a propensity to lose in the first round. I lean they give the Lakers that one. And then whoever they play second round is when they get beat. $40, 33, 15, 16 left in the game. I wonder how much them tickets cost for the Final Four. Because I know they got to be ridiculously high. I don't know if they up there with say WrestleMania or a Super Bowl ticket, but I know they got to be high as fuck. Actually, now I want to know. Let's see what nosebleeds are. How much? $400 to $450 for the cheapest. Many in the highest, furthest sections exceeding 800. Hold up. Hold on. Let's go back here. They generally start around $400 to $450 for the cheapest options, with many in the highest, furthest sections exceeding 800. Nigga, please. You got me fucked up. You think I'll pay 800 goddamn dollars to sit in the nosebleeds in a football stadium to see basketball? Like, nigga, they look like ants on there hooping. No, ain't no fucking way in hell, bro. Because at that point, you can't even really see the basketball, bro. Like, you wouldn't even know who had the ball. You just see motherfuckers, like, moving. He had killing them with that spin move. That Mara dude, he had killing their ass with that spin move. All he been doing is backing them down, hitting them with a spin left to right, man. He out here pulling Hakeem Olajuwon moves. He ain't do the shimmy yet, but he a couple plays away from trying some shit like that. 10 left on the shot clock. Good move. That nigga found his spot for sure. Six shots made total so far within the first 6 minutes of the second half. White dude, 24 from UConn. He ain't been making that shit. That nigga missed the layup. It was a contested, but he missed that layup too. Got that putback. See, KD ended his career with Seattle on a 1-year deal, 28, 29 a year. I could see that. Make everything come full circle. And you could kind of do it in a way where it isn't that cheesy, sign a 10-day or 1-day contract just to say you retire with a team. I can see it. I would have liked to have seen, because I'm just really curious how this would play out. I doubt it happens, but OKC has had, their front office has been phenomenal about managing the players they got. Free agent acquisitions, trades, all that shit. Sam Presti's been cooking for over a decade, making smart decisions. But anyway, if not the Nuggets, if OKC ended up getting Kevin Durant for like a reunion, how would that play out? Obviously, you'd have to give up some pieces, OKC, that is, to do this. But I'm curious, would the fans be as receptive? Would they ride with him the same way they did the first time? Would they be a little jaded, like, you left us and now you here? Like, I'm curious how that would work. And then you factor in how would the front office and locker room be about that too? Because especially you factor in the fact they got the shit with the burner account now and how we talk shit about all these different players in the league. How that would be. And would they put something in his contract about you got to be limited on your time on Twitter or social media? So then the Rockets had a KD curse lifted. Nah, it's the Lil B curse. If you remember Lil B curse KD back when he was in Golden State. And shit ain't been right ever since. If I recall, that was the same year that nigga got hurt when they played against the Raptors. So that's the Lil B curse. It ain't the Kevin Durant curse. It's just wherever that nigga go, it follows him. So if Kevin Durant goes to OKC, some bullshit gonna happen over there. If Kevin Durant goes to the goddamn Memphis Grizzlies, some bullshit gonna happen there and it won't be Memphis related. Hell, him and Ja Morant probably get into a fight over some shit. You overthinking it, dog. Hence why I started with what if, but you overthinking it. So over under 0.5 on championships before they retire. Curry, LeBron, KD. Nigga, 0 for all of them. 0. You know goddamn well James Harden ain't winning no motherfucking championship. That man been to the playoffs every year of his 17-year career, ain't done shit. Curry, we know he topped off at 4. Him and LeBron tied to the hip. LeBron got 3. Fuck that bubble shit. But anyway, LeBron's done. Kevin Durant, he been done. He got his 2 with the Warriors, and they're like, all right, man, you gonna get the money. You get the team hopping, all this shit. You can play a hand in who's on your team, but you ain't doing shit in the playoffs, my guy. Kawhi, he got his shit in Toronto, his second one, should I say. And they was willing to let that nigga eat for free for life. And a mansion. I don't know how the fuck he ain't, like, bruh, what? You go to any restaurant, eat for free for life? Shit. What you talking about? Shit, dude. What are we talking about here? I probably would have never left Toronto if that was the case. So I highly doubt KD goes back to OKC. I wouldn't rule it out in this NBA, bro. There was a time, if you told me LeBron James after leaving Cleveland the first time he was gonna come back, I would have laughed in your face. I'm like, nigga, please. But obviously he came back, won a championship, and erased all the bullshit he did last time until it kind of caught up. It ain't really caught up all the way yet. The Lakers shit got him, but when he retires, we're gonna hear some shit about that time in Cleveland too, I promise you. That second stint that we ain't heard yet. So I wouldn't rule it out, man. We've seen it where Russell Westbrook done played for every team in California. 10 years ago, somebody told me that, I'd be like, bullshit, Kevin. Or Russell Westbrook playing for every team, I would have laughed in your face. I'll take that back. He ain't played with Golden State. But the Clippers, the Lakers, the Kings. Shit, he might fuck around and play with them. Who knows? If I was Kawhi, would have stayed my ass in Toronto. The biggest thing here too with that whole situation, Kawhi from Cali, from LA. Obviously got family there, got people there. It'd be hard to pass up that shit from that perspective. Like, for me to say I stay in Toronto, I ain't got a lot of family out in California for me to even have a motive to go out there like that. For him, a little different. And on top of that, it was supposed to be him teaming with Paul George, who's from California as well. LA specifically. Another thing too about Toronto, I heard that tax situation a little different too. Like, I know the taxes in Cali would be a bitch and a half too, but Toronto, I heard they shit is a motherfucker too. The Warriors gonna be terrible and the losing team when Curry retires. Shit, they didn't experience that since he been there. Let's not forget the year Kevin Durant left. That shit was rough. This ain't it with James Wiseman. It got so bad, Draymond Green started not playing. This KD retires Sonic. That's the only thing he can do to save his fucking image at this point. Michigan up by 9, 12:01 left in the game. 9 on the shot clock. If there is one that I could legitimately see retiring with OKC, as far as people making a full circle, Russell Westbrook be the one. I definitely see for obvious reasons. But hey, man, you a veteran. You on your way out. You clearly on the back end of your career. You're not gonna be a starter. The fans here gonna love you. They know you're gonna play. You're gonna go 100% every single game, like you've been doing your whole career, even to your own detriment at times. That's a nigga I could see them taking back. And he'll be like more of a mentor and won't be necessarily the star player. He'll just be like that energy off the bench, kind of like how Leandro Barbosa was for the Warriors, or like a David West. But no, I think the Raptors win another championship. Never. I think the leagues dictate what players go where to follow. Script does. The script usually come after. There is some aspects where the league plays a role, but players also have some freedom in that as well too. Because a lot of this shit really boils down to whose agent knows this person. Because if you notice, certain players land on certain teams, and you look at their history, it could have been, this obviously, if you want to go to scripted aspect, say Jokic grew up a Nuggets fan or wanted to be a Spurs fan, they end up playing for them teams. But obviously there's situations where say Kevin Durant had a relationship with somebody who was with the Warriors that knew his agent or something like that, they could easily work some shit out, and that could have been why he was there. Situations like that. Or him in Brooklyn, him and Kyrie was friends and shit already, and that became their thing, and then they brought in James Harden, which Kyrie didn't want to happen, which I don't blame him. It fucked up the whole thing. But who has a relationship with Kevin Durant? James Harden. And obviously LeBron James is the best example of a player who's clearly doing having some influence on things. And hell, even Trae Young getting coaches fired. Not just him, but Giannis getting coaches fired and shit. Players have a role too. Don't anyone saying that players don't have any say so or any type of influence in the league like that, they fucking wrong. Because if it wasn't the case, players wouldn't be scared to speak out against certain players. It's that simple. Like when Kevin Durant tweeted, if you don't pass Steph Curry the ball and you play for the Warriors, your ass getting cut. Clearly, a certain player has some influence there and some power. Same shit with LeBron. Everybody walk on eggshells around him until now, where you can kind of be a little bit more vocal about you not fucking with him because he on his way out. It's clear the league wants to push him out. He's pushing back on that door though, but slowly pushing him out. Same shit. We didn't see the look LeBron gave niggas right before they got traded. We ain't stupid. Yeah, Toronto during the winter be brutal. Oh yeah, for sure. The northern cities a bitch with that winter shit. Exactly. That was actually kind of a bad thing now I think about it. It's like, damn, we got this nigga podcast. We shouldn't have done that. I think we fucked up on that one. I think we all fucked up there. I used to be a fan of a team, Atlanta, bro. Good spin move. 7-point game, 48-41, 11 minutes left in the game. But yeah, I still fuck with the Hawks, man. And I still find it weird how they have the regions set up too for TV. At least locally, how Knoxville's in Tennessee, obviously, but you don't get Memphis games, even though Memphis is in the state of Tennessee. When I was in Chattanooga, you could get Hawks and Memphis games. Atlanta's a 90-minute drive south. Made sense. Is right at the Tennessee-Georgia border. Made a lot of sense. Memphis, that's a nice little drive, man. Probably about 4-5 hours. I can't Knoxville get that shit. I've always found that weird. I don't know if there's some beef between the government for Knoxville and Memphis I don't know about. I just find it weird. Say Knicks Hawks went crazy tonight. I'm gonna have to look into that shit. Let me see what the score was. 108, 105. I know some shit happened. And they got to. It's that time of the year where we heating up for the playoffs. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that after the stream. Bad shot. Oh, lock the shit out that bitch. Hey man, what you doing? White dude almost fucked up dribbling and shit. He got a little too happy. That ball was up here. I was like, hey man, chill. Slow it down. You the big man. You not a point guard. Good putback, 21. So when I started to realize and knowing pro sports was scripted. You asked me this before, bro. I told you it was when the Saints and the Rams played, and then the Patriots and the Chiefs played that same night. Johnson Jr. got 3 fouls so far. Got him on the pump. Missed the floater though. UConn ball. Damn, nigga got hung by the rim. What the fuck? He tried to go up for a 2-handed jam. That shit, nigga got stuck in the corner of the rim. Or the ball did. Caravan with the strip going coast to coast made it. So B5 been MIA to lead. Vegas paid him out. Man, hell nah. I know that nigga just made a post like a day ago, bro. Oh, that's funny. So what I think is really gonna happen with this alien disclosure coming out, another distraction for them files. I mean, that's what the war is for, right there. I mean, this shit out, and then the highest gas prices get people talking about that shit over them islands and shit. But with the alien stuff, I really wanted to see like a fake alien invasion happen, like full fledged Project Bluebeam. You see some UFOs and shit. That would have been cool as hell, just to see that shit happen. I don't need to be super over the top like War of the Worlds, but just like do a little something, something. Nothing too crazy. Because if it turned out too crazy, it would have the same energy you felt around the start of CV-19 and when they started first shutting things down, with just this weird, anxious energy of uncertainty. You don't know what the fuck's really, you don't know what's gonna happen next, type of shit. Yeah, that's the only thing I'd be worried about. If that happened, people be so on edge, it's not even funny. And then you gotta think this too. If they did do some shit like that, there would be so much damage control they would have to do for something of that magnitude. Cause then people gonna go on YouTube, make videos about it. They're gonna call out how it's fake and all this shit. So they gotta do damage control for that shit, especially if they trying to good alley-oop by Michigan. 52-45. If they're gonna try to make it seem real, they would have to do damage control on that same way they did for CV-19. They had to do their side of the damage control shit. And it'd be even tougher with some shit like that. Like, it's one thing for something to make you cough, sneeze, and whatever the fuck. It's another one. It's a whole different species. And they got advanced technology and shit you done seen in movies. Just out the bro. Too much damage control, too fast. That's another one. Elon would have to get on that shit that night and start censoring shit. The Twitter be going, TikTok would be going crazy. I don't know, China will shut that shit down, but it'd be a lot. It'd be way too much to deal with. And in this day and age, more people are aware of the bullshit going on around, even if they might not even say it in a conversation. You drop a little, say a little slick shit here and there, and people pick up on it. People ain't as dumb as you think they are. They just might not say anything about it or bring it up or feel as comfortable bringing it up to other people. So never think just because this person does that they don't know what the fuck going on. They probably do. They might still be trying to lie to themselves and say it ain't what they think it is, but they probably do. As a nurse, you'll have to decide between your job and self-preservation if it goes down. Yeah, that would be some crazy shit to be in. They be having these crazy ass damn these drug commercials, bro. I hate the fact that all these drug commercials, the name of the drug sounds so damn catchy. Like, I don't know what, this ain't even endorsement. I don't even know what the fuck a shrimp via is. I don't even know if I said it right. I don't even know what that shit is. I just know I've heard it enough in commercials to know it's some type of drug. There's one player I'd like to see win a chip besides Ant. Another one I was like, man, I want to see this motherfucker get one. That's really number one. I would put on there Wemby, but he gonna get one anyway. That'd be another one. Just add to his legacy. Joker already got his. There really ain't any other players I specifically would want to see. At one point, maybe Dame, but now, nah. That nigga left for fucking Milwaukee. Then he was talking about I feel bad because what did he say? He He was bored and lonely in Milwaukee. Like, nigga, no shit, dumbass. It's fucking Milwaukee, bro. You made that decision, nigga. But at one point, Dame, at this point, it's like, nah, I'm good. I'm good. But yeah, ain't really no many other players I could think of off top that they ain't got him by now. Obviously, KD got his with the Warriors. Steph got his. I don't like that LeBron got 3 of them hoes. I hate that. I hate that a lot. Oh, Russell Westbrook. I would have liked to see him get a ring. That's who. Westbrook. Horrible pass. I just think it's the fact that he is one of the few NBA players that'll give his 100% no matter what. Even if he got to throw a game or not, Russell Westbrook could give you, fuck that, he going to give you 110% every single game. He going to treat every game like it's a playoff basketball game. No matter how stupid of a decision he does, that nigga going to run 90 fucking miles per hour down the court. He going to try to dunk over the whole fucking team. He don't give a shit. He'll talk shit to the fans. He'll talk shit to the players. He got to chill out on that now, obviously, because he on the back end of his career, he ain't got as much power. And it's like, hey, if you get out of line, your ass ain't coming back. You end up like Jaden Ivey. But definitely Russell Westbrook. To Dame the new CP3. I mean, based off that the accolade aspect, but if we playing style, hell no. Dame really a 2 that happens to be a point guard. I would have compared him if he had stayed in Portland his entire time, didn't have them 2 seasons in Milwaukee. He would have been a ringless Steph Curry. Because you could argue their playing styles are relatively similar. Curry, better passer, of course, but relatively similar. And they've intertwined in their careers at various points. I want Bam Adebayo to never get a ring. I want to start with that. I don't want him to get a ring. Celtics already got theirs. At some point, Luka gonna eventually get his ring. I'd be surprised if he never did. KD, we already know where he's at. He ain't getting his or any more. At one point, I would have said Devin Booker, but not no more. Hold on. Let's go back here. He said Russell Westbrook is the best player that averaged the most triple doubles in basketball. Nobody could take that away from him. Hold on. Hold on. If you average the most, then you the only player to average the most triple doubles. Wait, what? Like what? Because then when you bring up triple doubles, I'm bringing Jokic into the conversation because now he done this for a while now. We can't just act like Jokic ain't doing this shit. Even if his style ain't as flashy as Westbrook's when he was doing the triple double shit, Jokic is more efficient with his shit. I'm just saying, you want to bring that as far as players getting triple doubles, Jokic is more efficient with his shit. Russell just made his shit more exciting, look cooler. And ironically, speaking of this one, he said Russ really the last player in the league to give 110%. It's for Jokic, it looked like he ain't trying versus Russ. That nigga was OD with it. It'd be nice though if he really got one. Like I don't even give a fuck if the nigga had to do it the Jeff Teague way, where he owned the team. He mostly in his in his warm up gear and shit. He got the jacket on and shit. I'd be cool with that. Jokic makes it look too. He really do. He really do, bro. I'm just like, it's because he moves so slow, but it's still fundamental. That's the thing about it that people ain't really noticing about Jokic is the shit is fundamental when he does it. It's just very slow, and it's not the sexiest way to get your triple double and shit. The shot ain't the prettiest. It just It's like Tim Duncan. Like watching him efficient at what he did. It wasn't flashy. It wasn't some super highlight worthy shit. It was just shit. He gets the job done. 56-45, 5:31 left. Michigan up. Damn. UConn started 5 for 13 from three, and now they 1 for 13. Number 24 Mullins hit that game winner not too long ago. But yeah, Jokic makes that shit way too easy. Look way too easy. Like if he dropped, say, 83 like Bam did, I wouldn't have the same, I don't want to say anger, but I wouldn't feel the same way about it. I'd be like, all right, he's a multi-time NBA MVP, been doing this thing, he won the finals, he done his shit. But fucking Bam out of the was like, really, bro? Bam, come on. Tim Duncan is Mob versus Jokic. Hey, bro, that shit would have been lit. That would have been hell. I would have liked to see Dirk go 1-on-1, like prime Dirk against Jokic. That would have been great to see. That's one thing I want to see a lot of. One matchup I really want to see in the playoffs: Jokic against Wemby. I really want to see that shit. Because then it'd be kind of like I ain't gonna say passing the torch because Jokic is still cooking in the league. He ain't on the downside of his career yet. But I want to see that. And I want him to make that like a kind of like a rivalry, if you will. I know his main rival is Chet. But I need one that's, accomplished. He didn't win the MVPs. He didn't win the finals. And now it's like, okay, this is the future versus the current / future past, whatever you want to call it. And if the nigga wasn't hurt, I wouldn't mind seeing, say, and he was still in his prime, I would have said Giannis versus Wemby. Just put all these tall niggas. I want to see them go against each other. Like, just get all the freakishly tall niggas. Get Bol to go against Wemby. Or Bol against fucking Jokic or some shit. Even though that nigga play overseas now. I feel like UConn got one of them teams where they be good as shit, but most of the players off top you really don't know. At least on these current teams. Okay, they got the tip in. Duncan could have went 6-0 on the finals like Jordan, but that Ray Allen shot in 2013. That's crazy, bro. I didn't know that. I didn't realize that shit. That's crazy as fuck. Damn. That GOAT conversation might have been a little bit different. Even though there's one that could be had about Tim Duncan. There could be one that could be had. That's one of those I would hear it out. If someone's like Tim Duncan to GOAT. All right, I'm listening to your case. I might not agree, but I'll listen. Seven-point game, 4:20 left. Foul. Sending that man Lindenborg to the line. Number 24 starting to get hot for UConn too. Mm. 59-51. But no, speaking of shot, to this day, That is probably one of the most, not even the shot itself, is what led up to it. One of the most suspect things was the fact that Pop took all his starters out so early in the fourth quarter. Like, nigga got comfortable. Played with the reserves. Miami came back in the game. Obviously, where we know what happened. Ray Allen hit the shot. And it was at that moment we knew that series was over with. Even if it was technically tied, that motherfucker was over with. And speaking of shots, and I just talked about this either last week or the week before that, about that damn Villanova UNC National Championship game in Houston and that fuck ass shot. And HBO Max has this was called The Last 47 Seconds or some shit, where they got a whole documentary talking about that shit. I'm like, come on, bro. UNC still ain't got a head coach. Y'all doing this shit. Come on, bro. Not right now. Nah, I can't do that. Too soon, bro. 10 years. It's 20 years too soon. It's 100 years too soon for that shit. Save that for whenever we don't even have regular TVs anymore. We just got like brain chips that show a fucking screen. Save it for that time period so nobody can really remember the shit. Coaches with too much pride on the big stage taking a spanking this year first. Gino and UConn. Oh, and Dan Hurley. I hate both of them motherfuckers. Gino and I've always hated Gino and Dan Hurley. And it would be fitting both UConn teams to lose, even if they didn't necessarily both make it to the Natty. Another trend I've noticed too so far with championships or championship level accolades, whether it be, let's see, Daytona 500, biggest race of the NASCAR season, even if it isn't a championship, women's Final Four championship, the Super Bowl, college football. This wouldn't really apply to them for what I'm about to say. But no, about, say, women's college basketball, you had Don Staley get shamed like a motherfucker how bad they got beat. Super Bowl, Stephon Diggs was the one that got shamed like a motherfucker for all the off the field stuff. Then the Cardi B, all that. And then you had Daytona 500, Michael Jordan with the whole situation with the kid. Crazy how that works. Ain't no telling what it's gonna be for the NBA. Who gonna end up getting shamed like that? Where it's not necessarily just a one bad game situation, but for the series on some James Harden Game 7 type shit. Or really a Paul George situation where you just stink it up the whole playoffs, however long your team is in there. Like pandemic P. I said he big as hell. 6 blocks, 6 steals, of course. That's where they've been killing them in that damn paint. Offensively and defensively. Dude, we all know who that is, and I don't give a fuck about what he has to say. $60-51, Michigan up, 3:48 left in the game. UConn at the line. Oh, I was about to say, man, you aimed at the back of that iron. I thought you wouldn't have missed that hole, but they saved him now. They saved him with that one. 8-point game. That man look like Vernon Maxwell with hair. Man, Reed got a double-double. 11 points, 13 rebounds. Yeah, we getting close to that window when they start doing that fouling shit. 32% from the field. That's horrible. Oh yeah, we ramping up. We getting to that cinema part. Homeboy just airballed a shot. Yeah, I think number 24 finna start making some shit. Make it close. Jesus Christ, bro. Here we go with this fouling shit. This ain't even the intentional fouling part yet. That's the worst part. Like, that's clearly a reach in, man. Like, damn. Dude grabbing the shot, was hip and everything. Oh, yeah. That's one thing I do like seeing. Dan Hurley crashing out. My only issue with his crash out is like he looked like he be on the verge of wanting to cry and throw a tantrum when he does. Like he don't crash out. Like I want him to crash out and start throwing some chairs and shit. Like we need one of those. We need like a Bob Knight level crash out. Like the chair ain't gotta hurt nobody, but we need you to throw a chair, throw the clipboard, do what Steve Kerr did, break the damn crack the whiteboard when you slam it too hard. Do something. Break that motherfucker on the floor. Like I want to see a football level football level head coach crash out, like college football, because they the ones who really get to crash out the most. Yep, they see come to 3. 6-point game, 2:25 left, and that was Caravan that time, not number 24. Mind you, Michigan made 1 3-pointer this whole game. Oh, here comes some dumb shit. Stupid turnover, good save. Missed the layup. Okay. Okay, they going fast for no reason, even though they up 6. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You better make that 3 doing that dumb shit. All right, they did. 65-56 inverse numbers. 149 left. They showing the Chrysler Center. They got to assume a sold out crowd at the arena doing a little watch along. Minute 49 left. Or actually, I want to see, a coach fight. Like a good coach fight. Like I want to see who was that? Wasn't it Jawan Howard? He punched dude in the face. Former Michigan coach at that. I forgot who it was. He had beef with one of them games. It was like a Big Ten game. They were shaking hands. That nigga pulled him in. I remember he socked up cleaning his shit because he got crazy reach because he former league player. I forgot who that was. I know that cost him his job too. That definitely cost him his job. You can't be doing shit like that, laying niggas out. But I want to see that type of shit. You see them stare down the refs after that game winner against Duke? Like they bumped heads and everything and like stared each other down. I'm like, nigga, that should be a tech. I know words weren't said. That should be a tech. Just imagine if they did this shit in the NBA. If a coach did that or a player, if they dared to do that shit, nigga, they would have got ejected and suspended for some games. Two of 15 overall. Michigan is from three. 2 of 5 of their last 5 attempts. That is the dumbest of threes. The dumbest shit, boy. Listen, they doing all this passing. They clearly weren't trying to score. Doing all these ridiculously bad passes. On top of that, you set up dude for a horrible three. Kind of like Steph Curry last night. Except instead of Pajemski not setting up the other screen to make it a double screen where Steph would have had an easier three. Left him so he got double teamed from the top. But that was just horrible. That dude wasn't even double teamed. That was just a horrible shot. At this rate, if Hurley did get attacked, I would just laugh because that'd be the nail in the coffin for real. Because at this point in time, if a coach got attacked and it wasn't from celebrating, it was from throwing a tantrum, oh yeah, they definitely not winning late in the game. UConn now fouling 65-58. Minute left. Well, they just made another foul call on UConn. This is like the second time in the last few minutes dude got caught for a foul. Fouled out with 2 points. Go ahead, light skinned dude look like J. Cole with cleaner dress. Make these shots real quick, bro. Number 23 look like Jordan Love, and I can't unsee it. $66-58. And Michigan ain't missed a single, or they missed one free throw the entire game. They say they made 20 straight. That's crazy as fuck. Okay, not every possession need a foul call, bro. Like, these not even intentional fouls, bro. What come on. Like at this rate, bro, just let him play. It's the last game of the season. Let him play. Carver made the first. Second one would make it a 7-point game. $67-60. I expect Michigan to try to trap again like they did full court trap. Okay, here comes some dumb shit. I don't know who he thought he was passing to. Maybe a ghost. Maybe the UConn. Definitely a travel. I hate I'm agreeing with Dan there, but that is definitely a travel. Like, dude tried some pickup shit. What the fuck? Tried to out dribble the trap just to dive on it. Like, what are we doing? So Darren Hurley got the glasses off of the mouse bucket right now. He might be on what Dan Lanning was on for that bowl game. That nigga was sniffing hard as hell. His eyes was just, that man eye would just bowl like this, bro. I was like, oh, he on it. And he was in Miami when it happened too. I don't know what it's like in Indianapolis, but drug test that nigga. That's all I gotta say. I fucking hope so, bro. I hate how they just drag this shit out with all the fouls and shit, bro. They need to just fucking go ahead and speed that shit up, man. Cause they know goddamn well. For one, this game should have started earlier. And I seriously want to know, especially since this game wasn't on the West Coast, why the fuck was the tip off at 8:50? Because there's no argument for why that should even be a thing. It's not like you directly trying to compete with the NBA. It's not like you directly trying to compete with Monday Night Raw, which that shit's on Netflix, so it shouldn't make a difference. It just don't make no sense. That nigga made a bank shot 3. 4-point game. 37.2 left. A fucking bank shot 3. That shit hooked to the left a little bit too. Her looks like a madman. I'm trying to figure out who he looked like for real. Because he definitely looks like someone I just can't stand. I don't know if it's the combination of like the bald head with those black frame glasses. But he looked like somebody from a show. I cannot think of who it is. Actually, wait. The dude I'm thinking of has hair though. But what's the actor name? If you've seen Green Arrow, any of them Arrowverse shows, The Flash, Green Arrow, that dude that played Damien Dark, the white dude, I don't know his name. I think he played the president of like PlayStation back in the PS3 and PS4 commercial days when they was like really making like funny commercials and shit. Don't know his name, but the dude who played Damien Dark, that's who Dan Hurley looks like without the glasses. Jalen Hurts has the same look win or loss. You know it's crazy. He might be the new Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard has showed a lot more personality in recent time than Jalen Hurts. Like with Kawhi, at least you can see that nigga funny. Even when he ain't trying to be funny, he funny. Jalen Hurts, not so much. Not saying he can't be though. Yep. That look like running a football play. Nigga ran a curl route. All right, they let the little J. Cole nigga cross court. They gonna have to foul at this point. 29-5 left. What up with you, man? That man 2 for 2 from the line, 4 points. Let's go ahead and get 5 and 6 real quick. Yep. They done pushed that bitch out. That shit rimmed the fuck out, went off the back and went out. It's a good thing they in the double bonus because holy shit. He missed both of them bitches. All right, UConn taking a sweet time with this one. Caravan from deep. Nope. They're going to have to do some more fouling. 13.1 left. Hold on, what was the spread? Missing them suspect ass goddamn free throws. Hmm. 6.5. Go figure. Man, stop reviewing shit, bro. It's 13 goddamn seconds left. The nigga, your white boy to miss the goddamn shot. Like, come on, bro. Like, it's one thing to do that. It's another when you're doing all this bullshit. Like, we don't need 8 fucking replays of them fighting. It ain't even really a loose ball. The nigga got the ball, bro. Like, was it a tie? Man, just give him the goddamn ball and call the shit over with. Over here doing tip offs at 8:50 and shit. I'm actually mad about that 8:50 shit. Like, there's really no fucking reason for that shit. But like at this point, just go ahead and fucking call the game, bro. Like, I get it's the championship game and all that shit, bro. Come on, what are we doing? And on top of that, people don't even remember who won the national championship in college basketball after like a week, because people already on their mindset already on to the the NBA playoffs or the NFL draft or fucking transfer portal and whatever college sport where they got them going this, that, and the third basketball right now. Like, niggas ain't gonna remember this shit. All right, makes the first 5-point game. Remember that spread 6.5. Seven. As of right now, unless UConn makes one more shot to cover. Obviously, they ain't gonna. The nigga missed the layup. Oh shit, man. If he, damn, I want to see if he was gonna make that or not. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold up. Oh, 6 point. Never mind. Okay. So they did cover. Okay. UConn did cover. They ended up losing, of course, but they did in fact cover. Okay. All that just for that. I feel like that could have been done a little bit more efficiently. If y'all, that's what y'all was gonna do, just this cover shit. Y'all could have did a little bit different than that. That's just me. But anyway, man, we called the shit. Michigan winning the whole thing. I guess they can right the wrongs for the Fab Five now. They can finally hang their banner up. My issue though, and also before I forget, It was what 2 years ago where Michigan won in football the national championship. Now turn around they win in basketball. That's fucking crazy. Don't tell me Indiana gonna do the same shit too. But I don't like this because now the Big Ten gonna have to talk more shit, and we don't need that. Like they ego and already got big after just 3 years of winning college football. You add this shit, come on, we don't need that. We don't need that. I don't follow Tom Brady's post like that. I don't know what that nigga said. I just knew Michigan was gonna win. I mean, the simplest one, really. You ain't have to Twitter dig and shit. Who the fuck did they interview before the game? Who had a sit down interview and who was he interviewed by? Very simple. Jalen Rose did the interview and we know what school he played at. He played for one of the most influential of the 90s college basketball teams, the Fab Five. He interviewed Lindeborg. Who does he play for? Michigan. And they even talked about how does it feel to bring Michigan a second championship ever. I mean, they told you right there. That's crazy. Northern boys running college football 3 years. Here's how I see it though. It's just 3 years compared to 20 plus fucking years or however long it's been. So they got a ways to go. But as of right now, the only ones who can't talk shit about nothing is the Big 12. They can't talk shit about baseball. They can't talk shit about football. They damn sure can't talk shit about football. They can't talk shit about basketball. They can't even talk about women's. Fuck. UCLA in the Big Ten too. God damn it. Like, bro, you see, they got big egos and shit now. At least I can tell myself Big Ten damn sure ain't winning in baseball. Unless they get one of them Cali schools to fuck around and win it. Which I doubt. But yeah, dude, FAU, Dusty May, he used to coach them. And now he got to the biggest squad and got his ring. So congrats to Michigan, even though fuck y'all for beating Tennessee. So when Seahawks win their third title, that's when Michigan wins their third title. I wouldn't say there's a direct connection between those two. But yeah, man, I'm finna get up out of here. Hit that like button, RKO that like button, punt kick that like button, take a steel chair, put it around the like button's neck, and stomp on that motherfucker, curb stomp it, GTS it, spirit, Superman, punch it. Don't yeet though. Don't do none of that shit. We don't like that over here. BFT, the like button. Don't give it a crossroads because fuck Cody Rhodes too. Give it a fall from grace, actually. Give the like button a fall from grace. But mean, we out. You already know what it is. Drink water, wear condoms, say no to drugs, all that good stuff. Y'all have a good night.